Staying healthy as you age can feel overwhelming. Every week there seems to be a new secret cure, an expensive supplement, or a trendy routine. The truth is, most of those fads come and go, and many simply don't work. What lasts, what science actually supports, are simple habits that most of us can start today. You don't need to overhaul your life or chase fancy gadgets. Small, steady steps are what protect your independence. In this guide, we'll focus on the real building blocks: easy exercise, food choices that fuel your body, better sleep, and a few daily habits that create long-term strength. Each piece is clear, doable, and designed for you. And stay with me because I'll share one tiny daily action, often overlooked, that adds more to your health than most people realize. So let's start where good health begins, moving your body. Exercise is, without question, the single most powerful tool available to older adults. Why? Because it directly protects your independence. Without regular activity, muscles slowly weaken, balance slips, and everyday tasks like climbing a step or carrying groceries can suddenly feel like challenges. Falls are one of the biggest threats to independence in later life, and staying active is the best prevention. Movement also boosts mood, sharpens the mind, and lowers risks of heart disease and diabetes. So the why here is simple. Skipping exercise speeds decline, but even light, steady activity keeps you strong and steady. Now, what does exercise actually need to look like? Forget the idea of marathon running or heavy lifting at the gym. The most valuable activities are often the simplest: walking, light strength practice, and easy balance work. A brisk 10-minute walk helps your heart pump strong. Standing from a chair and sitting back down builds leg strength for daily life. Holding onto the back of a counter and standing on one foot trains balance. Gentle stretching loosens stiff muscles and protects mobility. These aren't complicated moves, but they each support independence in a direct way. Here's how you can begin, step by step. Start with a 5-minute walk around the block or even inside your home. When you return, sit down in a sturdy chair. Then practice standing up and sitting down 5 times without using your arms if possible. Next, rest your hands lightly on the back of that chair and lift one foot off the floor, holding for 5 seconds. Switch to the other foot. Finally, stretch your arms gently overhead and then roll your shoulders a few times. That short routine takes less than 10 minutes, no equipment required, and it wakes up your muscles, balance, and joints in one go. Now let's clear up 2 common myths. First, the belief that you need heavy gym workouts to see benefits. Not true. Even small movement snacks sprinkled through the day can build real strength. Getting up from your couch during commercials to do a few marches in place or carrying light grocery bags instead of using a cart is enough to train your muscles. The second myth is that it's too late to start if you've been inactive. Absolutely false. Research shows improvements happen at any age. Even people in their 80s and 90s gain balance and strength once they begin. Every step you take from today forward gives you more energy and steadiness. Think of exercise like brushing your teeth. You don't wait for an appointment, you just do small bits daily. One quick win you can try right now. Stand up and sit back down from your chair 5 times. That single action practices balance, leg strength, and coordination in less than a minute. If you can add this one snack of movement once or twice a day, you're already taking meaningful action toward protecting your independence. Once you find that rhythm, we'll add in more, but even this basic start is proof that small matters more than perfect. Now that your body is awake with movement, the next layer of support comes from the food you give it. Now that we've set movement in place, let's talk about the fuel that makes all those muscles and joints work smoothly: your food. Nutrition really doesn't need to be complicated, but the problem is that modern advice often feels overwhelming. One plan promises rapid results if you cut out carbs completely. Another insists on expensive powders or supplements. And then there are diets so strict they're impossible to follow. This noise can leave you stuck, doing nothing. But the truth is, your body and brain thrive on basics: real foods, eaten in balance, repeated daily. That's it. Why is this so important as we age? Because food directly affects energy, heart health, bone strength, and the brain's ability to stay sharp. Skipping good nutrition makes daily activities harder. You feel tired faster, recovery is slower, and health risks creep in quietly. Heart disease, diabetes, osteoporosis, and memory decline all connect to food patterns. The great news is that every meal is a new chance to nourish yourself. Unlike your genes, which you can't control, what you put on your plate today shapes how well you walk, think, and heal tomorrow. So what works best? Think in simple visuals. Picture one plate. Fill half of it with colorful vegetables or fruits. Make a quarter lean protein such as beans, lentils, chicken, fish, eggs, or tofu. Then the last quarter is healthy carbs like brown rice, quinoa, or whole grain bread. This one plate method helps keep balance without calorie counting or complex rules. It guarantees fiber, vitamins, and protein in every sitting. Fiber supports digestion, protein protects muscle as you age, and colorful produce fights inflammation in the body. What about hydration? Many older adults underestimate this. As the sense of thirst fades over time, you might not feel like drinking, but your body still needs it. Keep a glass of water nearby all day. Herbal tea, diluted juice, low-sodium soups, and fruits like melon also help hydration. Think of water like motor oil for a car. Without it, the system wears down faster. Proper hydration keeps joints comfortable, blood flowing smoothly, and the brain focused. Let's look at easy step-by-step choices you can make starting today. Swap soda or sweetened drinks for water or unsweetened tea. This cuts unnecessary sugar and supports steady blood pressure. Add a serving of beans or an egg to meals. These are budget-friendly proteins that work at breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Aim for one daily color boost, maybe half a cup of berries at breakfast, spinach in your omelet, or bright peppers on your sandwich. Each of these small choices builds resilience. Now let's tackle some myths. First, the idea that you need expensive supplements or powders to stay healthy. Research shows your body absorbs nutrients best from food. Supplements can help if your doctor recommends, for instance, vitamin D for bone health or B12 if you're low, but the foundation should always be whole foods. Second myth, that carbs are the villain. The truth is that the type of carb makes the difference. Processed sweets or white bread spike blood sugar and then crash it. But whole oats, sweet potatoes, or brown rice provide steady fuel. Your brain particularly runs on glucose from healthy carbs. Removing them completely deprives you of that vital energy. A quick tip to make this practical: the next time you make dinner, glance at your plate. Is there at least one color from vegetables or fruit? Is there a finger-sized portion of protein? Is at least one food whole or minimally processed? If the answer is yes, you're on track. One colorful protein-centered plate this week is enough to prove to yourself this is manageable. And let me point out one overlooked nutrition habit: cooking more often at home. It doesn't mean hours in the kitchen. Even a simple vegetable soup or scrambled eggs with spinach beats most packaged meals. Home-cooked food tends to be lower in salt, added sugar, and unhealthy fats. If cooking is tough, prepare extra when you do make something and freeze a few containers. That way, healthy choices are ready when energy is low. In summary, nutrition doesn't live in pills or confusing diet charts. It lives in a plate filled with balance: vegetables for color, protein for strength, whole grains for steady fuel, and water as your constant companion. Testing this the very next time you eat can show the power quickly. You'll likely feel steadier energy and better digestion. And when nutrition is under control, the next big piece of your health puzzle is rest. Movement builds strength. Food keeps the body fueled. But real repair happens only during rest. Sleep is not a luxury. It is one of the most powerful healing tools available. Yet many older adults shrug it off, believing they no longer need much sleep or that poor rest is just part of aging. That's a myth. Quality sleep still matters deeply, and the body pays a price when it's missing. Why is sleep so critical? During those nightly hours, the brain clears waste products that build up during the day. Memory storage, hormone balance, and cell repair all depend on steady rest. Without it, blood pressure creeps upward, mood dips, the immune system falters, and concentration suffers. Long-term, too little sleep increases risk of dementia, heart disease, and diabetes. Put simply, being short on sleep is like running tomorrow's race with no fuel in your tank. So what helps? Start with routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day sets your body's inner clock. Even if you feel you're not sleepy at first, sticking to a routine trains your brain to prepare for rest on schedule. Second, create a calming bedtime ritual. Lower the lights about an hour before bed. Drink a cup of warm, caffeine-free tea. Do 5 minutes of gentle stretching or deep breathing. And put away screens, phones, and televisions at least 30 minutes before bed, because blue light tricks the brain into thinking it's still daytime. Here's a step-by-step example you can copy tonight. At 8 o'clock, dim lights in the living room. 8:30, make a cup of chamomile or peppermint tea. While it cools, do 2 minutes of slow shoulder rolls and deep breathing. At 9, turn off the TV and avoid the phone. Let your mind transition with soft music or a printed book. Set an alarm, not just for waking, but also as a gentle reminder that bedtime is near. This routine signals every part of your body to wind down smoothly. A major myth to dispel here is that older adults only need a few hours of sleep. While sleep patterns may change as we age, adults still function best with around 7 hours each night. Short bursts or relying on daytime naps cannot replace deep, continuous nighttime sleep. If you're waking often, naps may also keep you from feeling tired enough at night, so keep them short or avoid them altogether. Common issues include trouble falling asleep, waking up to use the bathroom, or lying awake once awake too early. Solutions differ. Limiting drinks right before bed often helps, as does keeping the bedroom a bit cooler than daytime. Darkness and quiet send the strongest signals to the nervous system. If noise is an issue, a white noise machine or fan can mask it. And if you need to get up, try not to switch on bright lights that fully awaken the brain. One overlooked trick is spending time in morning light. Natural sunlight on the eyes helps reset the body's sleep-wake rhythm. Even 5 to 10 minutes outside within an hour of waking strengthens your body's internal clock, so by evening, rest comes easier. So outdoor walks during the morning double as exercise and sleep support. Let's target one quick win. For the next 3 nights, commit to going to bed and waking at the same times. Even if you feel restless the first night, your system begins to adjust. By night 3, many people notice a stronger natural wave of sleepiness at the planned time. It's a small commitment that pays off quickly. So think of sleep like plugging in your phone to charge. You wouldn't expect your phone to work all day without recharging it. Your body and brain deserve the same care. Exercising daily wakes the body up. Nutrition fuels your system. Sleep restores it. When these 3 are in place, adding consistent daily habits makes health nearly automatic. When we talk about exercise, food, and sleep, it can sound like a lot to manage. That's why a secret many people overlook is this: small daily habits matter more than huge plans. You don't need to remodel your entire lifestyle. A single change, repeated day after day, carries more power than any perfect routine you try once and drop. Think of habits like bricks in a walkway. One brick alone doesn't look like much, but place them steadily, and before long you've built a clear, solid path. The same is true in health. Tiny choices, repeated enough times, reshape your future. So how do you start? Use what's called habit stacking. Attach a new behavior to something you already do without thinking. For example, after brushing your teeth each morning, spend 30 seconds stretching your arms out wide. Already boiling water for tea? While you wait, practice standing on one foot, holding the counter for safety. Linking your choice to an existing routine makes it harder to forget. Many people think, if I can't do it perfectly, it's not worth doing. That's false. The body and brain thrive on consistency, not perfection. Each small act of movement, each glass of water, each pause for calm breathing contributes to resilience. Here's a quick win. Pick one tiny step today. It might be walking out to the mailbox and back, or pausing before lunch for 2 minutes of slow breathing. Do it once, then tomorrow, do it again. Over time, those micro habits transform into lasting health advantages. And here's the truth. When you rely on habits instead of willpower, health feels lighter. It doesn't require daily motivation or stress. It simply becomes part of your rhythm, like tying your shoes. Just one tiny step is enough to set that rhythm in motion. So what have we learned together? The real health secrets aren't flashy programs or costly pills. They're steady basics: a short walk or chair stand to keep your legs and balance strong, a colorful plate with protein and whole foods to fuel your body, 7 hours of refreshing sleep to recharge, and simple daily habits that carry it all forward. If you remember nothing else, let it be this: health is protected more by the small steps you repeat than the big plans you abandon. Starting smaller than you think and doing something today is what keeps independence within reach. Now here's your next step. If this guide helped you, subscribe so you don't miss practical tips you can use. That's where you'll practice the moves that keep your footing strong. Do that today. The payoff shows up every time you rise from a chair with confidence,